speculating what this track is going to do throughout the qualifying session. That's exactly what's happening down here on pit road as well. Here's what they're saying on the 2 team.
Don't know if the track gets faster or slower here. Got no real feel for it. There's no shade on the track except for this one spot on the front stretch, right, Jeff? That's it. Jim, that's it. You might run the right side. You'll have the right side half of the car down the front stretch, right where the grandstands or have a split in them, and that's about it.
So the question is, even just a little bit of shade, how much difference can that actually make?
Well, unfortunately, where the shade is, very little. But
Yeah.
One thing interesting that I saw right there, Almirola did not make a lap, but he shut it down going into 3. And I wonder if he went out and scuffed tires. I wonder if the strategy was go out, run 3/4 of a lap, shut it down, come in, and then go back out where you think the tires will be in their optimal grip. That is something to consider. Now, the longer these cars sit, they're not going to have that option. But the way Eric cut his car down, it made me wonder if that's what he's doing.
I kind of like what Brad's doing. He just drove right by the line. He said, you know, why wait? 12 minutes left. Let's go see what this thing has.
Yeah, I mean, what is another 6 or 7 minutes going to matter, really?
Brad Keselowski is making his way out onto the track now. He actually had some track time a little bit earlier than everybody else in the Sprint Cup Series before the noon time when they were on the practice on the track, and Kelly Stabus joined Brad in that beautiful turn of the century car, one of the first Fords. Took a lap here at Michigan. I'm not sure I would have wanted to been on that car with them, but turned a little bit more speed in this one.
But Biffle just ran a 36.15 to go first. I wonder if that counted as a test for Brad.
It was a different tire, so I think he.
Oh, okay.
Well, between Greg Biffle and Brad Keselowski, they're going to prove what kind of grip's on the racetrack, because Greg Biffle had only run a 36.33 in practice. He picked up a 10.5 to go to the top of the board. It looks like Brad Keselowski is tracking right on that, maybe just a touch better than Biffle, just behind him at a 36.16, and Brad had run in practice
36.11.
So a little slower. So Biffle, to our point, Biffle has found speed in his race car.
And again, we heard from Martin Truex Jr. earlier. He predicted an 85, said 85. That's a 35.85. Right now, nobody has broke the 36-second mark.
Don't tell Kurt Busch, because he's tracking.
He's about to.
Yeah, he's getting ready to run an 85 or better if he gets through 3 and 4, tracking the wrong direction on the corner entry. Will he gain it back on exit? A little. He might break into the 35s, but just barely.
Alex Bowman's time. He looks good right now.
Kurt Busch doesn't break into the 35. He's 36. Mike Massaro.
And Rick, just a little update on the 43 of Eric Almirola. You saw he went out, turned one corner, and then aborted that lap, came back down pit road. I just spoke with his crew chief, Trent Owen. He said they were awfully tight in that first run, and they decided not to complete that lap necessarily. Now, they went out on stickers originally, but obviously they're scuffs now.
And Alex Bowman in the 88, subbing for Dale Earnhardt Jr., has now set the fast speed in round 1. Again, the number that everyone will be looking at will be the 24th position. And currently there's only been 14 that have been on the track. And we're almost 10 minutes into this 20-minute session.
I tell you what Alex Bowman and Kurt Busch did, though. They brought the energy on pit road up. Ever since those 2 laps were run, everybody's creeping forward. That line isn't as patient as it needs to be anymore. They're trying to make a lap. As we're on board with Austin Dillon there, he's about a half a second off. That seems a bit concerning. Kyle Larson, though, he's looking to run the fastest in the session so far.
Guys, we're going to have to go again.
Yeah, he knew it.
Larson to the top.
Yeah, Larson, 35.884, over 200 miles an hour.
And that's an average, right? 200-mile-an-hour average. That is well north of 215 miles an hour at the end of the front stretch.
Regan Smith, 0.7 of a second off of what Larson just ran. Coasting there with Kevin Harvick as he was bringing it back in. Harvick in his run with 5th quickest. So it's Larson, Bowman, Kurt Busch, Ryan Blaney, Kevin Harvick, the top 5. Just over 9 minutes remaining in the first round. Again, everyone trying to be in the top 24 so they can advance into the second round of qualifying. Have yet to see anyone go back out. Nick McMurray just broke into the top 5.
turn your car around and make it on the run with 8.5 minutes left, you're going to have to cool the engine down quite a bit. As you mentioned earlier in practice, Jeff, the front grills of these cars for maximum downforce are completely taped up, which means no air is going through the radiator. So, you know, you're at speed, 36 seconds on your time lap, probably 40 seconds getting up to speed. So that's a long time at wide open throttle to heat these engines up.
Logano on a good lap right now. Going faster than the current pole speed, starting to fall off a little bit high on the racetrack. I don't know if he got tight or loose, had to go up. See if he can have a better 3 and 4.
You really put it in perspective, entering the corners at those speeds, you just have to guess or have confidence you know what the car's going to do when it gets to the corner. Listen to how early he gets back to the throttle.
Didn't go back to it with real authority. You heard him go to the throttle, and he kind of had to come back off of it and then went back full throttle. So didn't quite turn like he wanted it to right in the middle of the corner. Still third fastest. Truex third. Chase Elliott second.
So after Martin Truex Jr. set fast time in practice earlier, now he runs 35.964 in round 1, which should be comfortably in round 2. He's definitely heated up as far as guys getting on the track. 30 drivers have been out there now.
And that car really looks secure in the middle of the corner, but still cut with the front end. It's hard to get a car to do both things like that. But you see it in the lap time, tracking well into the green. We'll see how the 48 changes direction here in 3 and 4. Still in the green, which I think is the tighter end of the racetrack. It's going to be a great lap by the 48 of Jimmie Johnson.
As we mentioned, it's hard to say things are turning around for a 6-time champion.
Kyle Busch without a good lap at all, 13th.
So you see now we're compared to Regan Smith in the 7th, or now Brian Scott in the 44, because that's the cut line. That's the line that everybody's trying to run above. And as you can see, with just over 6.5 minutes left, there's still cars yet to run. So we expect that line to move.
Casey Kane is on the track. You see Denny Hamlin on the track. Hamlin definitely ahead of the 24th spot. As a matter of fact, he was second quickest, right behind Jimmie Johnson. Casey Kane looks securely into the top 24 as he's almost 0.4 of a second ahead of Casey Mears.
That's the goal. The goal of round 1 is to just be in the top 24. Your time will then be reset. You can qualify or try again in the second round.
Casey Kane, 13th. Something really interesting happening right now. You have the 3 RCR cars, 24th, 23rd, and 22nd. So they will be forced to run again.
And this is the second run for Chris Buescher. He was the first car on the track.
You see on the left side of your screen, Rick, we've adjusted this graphic down where we see the cut lines moved up a little bit. We feel the top 15, top 14 cars are pretty safe. So those cars in front of the cut line, Stewart and Austin Dillon, they're all in jeopardy of getting below the cut line.
So Chris Buescher right now with a much better lap than he had the first time out. So this will turn the green light on pit road, telling everybody you can run faster. So he had run an 80, and he just ran a 41. So 0.4 of a second he picked up.
On the clock now.
You heard Mike Massaro document earlier that this car was just really tight its first run out, didn't even complete a lap, but has been on the racetrack, made some adjustments, come down pit road, and going to try to improve. Right now, going in the wrong direction, though. Did not get off turn 2 as well as they had hoped.
It still looked tight to me. It looked like he got into 1 and just couldn't hold the car down on the racetrack. The car got up the racetrack. As a driver, you have to get in the throttle. You know, you can't just wait on the throttle. You have to get in the throttle if you're going to make time. And when you're in that throttle and it won't turn, then the only thing that happens is the car gets up the racetrack, you have to lift off the throttle.
You know what I think is interesting? Paul Menard, he's in 24th, Jeff, but he's going to go ahead and make his run now as we see Eric Almirola in the 25th position. The 27 of Paul Menard. They saw what Chris Buescher did. They know this lap time's not going to hold up. So they're going to go out and try to improve their time before the track gets too busy.
And look how much faster he is than he was the first time. Much like Buescher. Buescher was 0.4 of a second. Menard's going to be half a second.
The concern with that is, I think everyone above the cut line on the left side of our screen, all the way up to 16th and Kyle Busch, could be in danger. Because if Almirola, Dillon, Mears can all find that much speed in their car, we see Ricky Stenhouse on the track right now. If he can find that speed in his car, it's going to move that cut line quick.
Menard went to 4th.
From 24th to 4th. Huge pickup for Paul Menard. Chevrolet's dominating the top 6. Only Denny Hamlin has spoiled the Chevrolet party. Johnson, Larson, Menard, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, all in the top 6. Denny Hamlin with his Toyota, currently second.
Just going the wrong direction. There's nowhere you're going to track it down now. That momentum is carried off the corner exit. It's going to be a better lap for Ricky Stenhouse, but only to get him to the 25th position.
Just below the cut line. As Dave Reagan back out. Reagan trying to improve upon 36.977.
I think the cars that have an opportunity to run faster than they did the first time was 3 of Austin Dillon and the 13 of Casey Mears. Looking down the route, those are the 2 cars that you would expect to be able to pick up.
And we're getting ready to, in my mind, learn something about the racetrack, Jeff, because the 47 of A.J. Allmendinger is just rolling off pit road now. The question is, has the track picked up, or is it the second run on the tires? Well, A.J. Allmendinger hasn't run on his tires yet, so this is his first run. If he pops up in the top 15, then I feel the track has found speed. But if he's off the pace, maybe 2 runs on tires was what has helped these cars.
And what a gutsy call by those guys. They were 19th in practice. They were not like they were 5th. They waited until the end of this end of this qualifying session. So they are assuming that it's the racetrack. Right. They're assuming that the racetrack is quicker. It's not the cycle on tires. We'll see how this works out. That's a call.
He's doing green so far. He has to just commit to the throttle, as you've mentioned. Believe it's going to be good.
Faith and commitment. We heard it earlier. At Michigan, you have to have both. Allmendinger still in the green. Not comfortably in the green, but still in the green. As is Austin Dillon. Allmendinger in the 47 on the left. Austin Dillon in the 3 on the right.
Well, the 47 did a nice job of not overdriving turn 3. It's so easy to do that, Jeff, but he almost lost a little time getting in, but has gained back more than enough on corner exit to be in the top 24.
He bumps Busher out of the top 24. Allmendinger goes 21st. Austin Dillon now 20th with his run. So Clint Boyer is now in the 24th position, right on the cut line.
And he's sitting in the pit road rolling right now. Clint Boyer is with just over a minute left.
Because they're going to move. Newman right here is on a flying lap. He's right here off turn 4. That new paint scheme, that white and gray Freightliner, a little bit different than his normal colors, but he's 2/10 to the good.
Yeah,
Newman goes 18th. So now Danica Patrick is 24th. In jeopardy of falling out of the top 24.
Well, and Danica Patrick knows it. She's on the track.
Trevor Bayne. 22nd quickest for Trevor Bayne. Ryan Scott back out in the 44.
And there's a lot of cars with 30 seconds left. We knew it was going to get busy, Rick, and it has. There's 7 or 8, 9 cars on the racetrack all trying to make laps, and they're actually pretty close. If you look down the front stretch, they're only 20 or 25 car lengths apart. I think that could affect their handling.
This will be the last car to go across the start-finish line with a chance to take time.
And the line's going to move, and look at, we have Boyer trending better, Patrick trending better, Busher trending better, and Almirola. We could move all the way up the bump line to maybe Trevor Bayne or even Austin Dillon.
Oh, Boyer got tight off the tour.
He's going to be able to hang on. He goes to the red, and Boyer stays 25th.
And that's how easy you can lose it right at the last minute.
These are the last laps that will count as the red black flags are being displayed.
Patrick improves.
Danica Patrick goes to 22nd.
Oh, Almirola 20.
Busher goes to 22nd, breaks back up into the top 24.
And that pushes Allmendinger out. He does not make it. So that strategy of waiting and only running once did not work for the 47 of A.J. Allmendinger.
Busher ran 5 laps, but 3 times he went out. He was the first car on the track, went back out 2 more times to be able to break into the top 24.